This is the biggest city in the world that no one knows about. 2 million people live here, and it's not even a dot on the map. Although this city is located only a short distance from Bangladesh's most popular tourist destination, Cox's Bazar, it is cleverly hidden from any outsiders. The people who reside here aren't even from Bangladesh. They're from Burma, aka Myanmar. All of these buildings, farther than our drone could even capture, house over 2 million people, referred to as Rohingya. This is the world's largest refugee camp. Entire generations have been born here in these slum houses with no infrastructure, little education, and no rights. Today we're on the front lines of one of the world's most forgotten conflicts, an ongoing ethnic cleansing forcing these people from their lands. We'll speak to elders who now believe they will die in these camps, those lucky enough to have escaped to Europe, and the youth still fighting for a way to find a brighter future. If you're interested in the extended version of these interviews, you can watch the uncut version on Taboo TV, link below. Hello, miss. How are you? This may seem like your average community here in Bangladesh, but we're actually in a refugee camp, the world's largest refugee camp, right on the border of Myanmar. Our driver even, he has Rohingya.
Yeah, let's go to see his village.
So I guess we're gonna enter the refugee camp now. Wa alaikum salam. Sorry?
I'm from Ireland.
You're from Ireland?
Yeah, I'm from Ireland.
Are you sure about that?
Sure, I'm from Ireland.
Are you a volunteer?
No.
I'm so confused.
I'm Irish.
Oh, Irish. Good to meet you. Oh, we'll go have a pint of Guinness. How about that? He's Irish. Being invited inside this home. Most people visiting here come with United Nations members. Us, on the other hand, we just showed up with my local friend Mahi, who has volunteered at this refugee camp. Also, our tuk-tuk driver who brought us here had some connections here. After some commotion, we got invited into the home of one of the camp's elders. His nephews, who now live in Ireland, were visiting, and they offered to help translate for us while giving a glimpse into their lives. How many people live in this house?
9 people, 1 room.
9 people live in this house. This guy is good English.
Yeah, comes in, you like.
Oh, you're from Ireland too? Okay, so he's actually from Ireland. Top of the morning, mate. How are you?
How are you?
Good to meet you, boss.
To meet you too.
How are you?
I came to visit my family. We're refugees as well.
Oh, so you were resettled in Ireland as a refugee. Were you ever living in this camp?
No, I moved to Ireland when I was 6.
When you were sick?
So I was born here.
How old are you?
22.
You're 22. So you were born here and you lived here till you were 6.
Yeah. Then I moved to Ireland.
Yeah. And do you now like have Irish citizenship or?
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
That's my uncle.
Oh, this is your uncle.
Yeah. That's my niece.
Mm.
Like everyone is just here. I know all of them because like I used to live here. So.
Yeah. And how often do you come back and visit?
I come like every 3 years.
How is their life here in the refugee camp?
Like now or?
Yeah, now or maybe from when you were here.
I don't
like,
remember when I was young. 'Cause I was really young.
Yeah. But
now,
at least now, how is it?
compared to what it was before, like you know, like how there's cars coming in and out now. They couldn't do that before.
No.
And the only thing about the camp is like really crowded. In a small area, it's really crowded.
And then there's just like not many provisions. There's not many supplies. Not many electricity.
Never go to the school.
You didn't even go to school.
Never.
Really? So you only got educated once you turned 16 and went to Ireland?
Yeah.
Wow.
family, mother,
He said there's 16 people in his family.
They firstly arrested for their religion.
It's a war between the basically Buddhists and
Yeah,
Muslims. So every Muslim you got no freedom in Burma, and so they come from Burma to Bangladesh for a better life, and people from Bangladesh they don't obviously accept them because they say you're not part of us, so we can't really have you in our country.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So they don't have their own freedom in Burma or in Bangladesh.
Yeah.
So and what?
It's like truly an identity crisis.
Yeah.
Like, where do I fit in?
Yeah. So
But
when they moved here, it was like long time ago. I can't remember exactly. Yeah. So like they had their own farm, their own land in Burma. And they had everything. Yeah. So you know the Buddhist people. So whatever they had, they went, just took everything from them. Like they were like, you're not part of us.
Yeah.
You can be only part of us if you change your religion to Buddhist.
That's the only way they would be accepted into the country.
That's the only way you can live there.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, that means like my mom, she told me like She had farm. She had like everything. Yeah, like they.
Really?
Yeah.
Just pillage and the whole community.
Like.
Would they kill the people?
Oh, 100%. They chop their head off and stuff. Like the videos I seen recently, yeah. Like one of my close friends' family was traveling, like they were trying to escape from Burma, and his dad just got his head chopped off completely.
Someone cut it off.
Yeah, like Buddhist, it's hard. It's hard, man. Dude. Oh, they came in. They're saying
1992. And like, what's his hope for the future? Does he think he's gonna be here his whole life, or
There's
like
no future here, man.
there's no future here? So this
no
is
future.
has he accepted like this is his future? He's gonna live here.
This is life. You can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
You got no freedom here. He doesn't have freedom in Burma. You know what I mean?
And is it just like they're just getting cheap labor from Bangladeshi people? Are they technically working illegal because they don't? Yeah.
Because they don't have.
But but the Bangladeshi people take advantage of that system.
Yeah, sure. It's in every country. Like,
It's like basically like
you
when
don't- if you don't
when
have-
you go to Home Depot and pick up Mexican immigrants, you know?
Yeah.
Wow, shit.
like you know the clothes you get from like. Do you have Penny's Primark? They do it from Bangladesh. Like you know the shoes we wear, Nike and stuff.
Yeah.
They do that.
And do they take advantage of refugee labor?
Oh, 100%. Man.
So like big companies like Nike and shit.
Yeah, fucking hell, 100%.
Holy shit, you learn something new every day.
Don't try to go out after 6.
Yeah?
Yes,
Here?
Yeah, 6 p.m. It's not safe.
I've heard things about there's like gangs in the camp, there's
There's a lot of violence. They happen.
Sure, one of the guy today he got. He's my friend's brother.
Fuck. Yeah, that guy showed me a picture of the guy who got and I thought it might have just been a wound, but he got and he died and he was bleeding out. So what I've heard is there's a lot of violence, there's a lot of gangs, there's a lot of theft, there's a lot of that goes on here, because you got to think it's this massive refugee camp of over 1 million people, but there's little to no policing, and these people have nothing. They work for like less than $5 a day, illegally work for less than $5 a day, also with like zero hope for the future. At least when you're poor in like a different place, like you have hope for the future, you can better yourself, but here it's just like you don't even have the opportunity to get out of here. You're just stuck here.
The Rohingya are stateless. Though they are Burmese or the native people of Myanmar, they are Muslim. Back in '78, the Myanmar military launched a huge crackdown that forced thousands of Rohingya to flee to Bangladesh. And just a few years later, in '82, the government literally made them stateless by stripping them of their citizenship. Fast forward to 2012, riots broke out, everything got way more violent, and then in 2017, things hit a breaking point. The military horrifically wiped out whole villages, and over 700,000 people escaped across the border. The UN called it ethnic cleansing. Since then, most Rohingya have been stuck in overcrowded camps in Bangladesh, and the military coup formed in 2021 has just made things even worse.
Where are we going now?
We're going to another village, and then half an hour we explore, and then we go back.
Okay. I'd like to be here as long as I can.
Another thing, dude, there's the situation is not good. Our government will be changed, and the many violence is happening. So it is to leave. If we leave at least 3:30 is much better.
So you don't want it to be night.
No,
I think we could at least go to like what, like 4:30.
4 is good. 4.
Yeah, but you just don't want it to get dark.
Yeah. At least, bro.
Yeah, because that's what.
The local people as well are warning me for that.
Yeah.
This is the thing.
But that guy said he's like, yeah, do not be here at 6 o'clock. Like even 6 is bad. Even that guy, he was saying that until he went to Ireland and got his Irish citizenship, he didn't have any form of citizenship. He wasn't Bengali, he wasn't Burmese, even though he was born here in the refugee camp, he was born without a citizenship. So Mahi, what did you do here when you worked here?
When I work, the food I provide our UNICEF through us, then I can just take them listed, you know.
What kind of food? Just basic rice?
Like basic things, they're like lentil, rices, and then
So every family gets a certain amount of rations every day?
Yeah. Not every day, like it is like 15 days, 20 days.
Oh, every
1
15
month.
days. So they have to really ration it out and plan.
Yeah.
So this is a young 18-year-old man here?
Yes, sir.
Good to meet you.
Sir.
And you were born here?
Yes, sir.
In the refugee camp?
Yes, sir.
You've lived here your whole life?
After 9 years ago.
9 years ago?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
I live in this camp.
You live in this camp?
Yes, sir. I live in this
I'm trying to ask him how is life in the camp?
They say they live in harsh life.
How's life?
Does it get like dangerous?
Yes, sir. I actually really
Oh, he wants to try to resident or Bangladesh or Myanmar, whatever the countries they provide their live Arakans. Yeah.
Is it dangerous for him to go back to Myanmar?
Oh yeah, definitely. But you know their systematic things, you know, political is really harsh.
But can you ask him, is it dangerous for him to go home to Myanmar?
Yeah.
very dangerous in Myanmar.
It's very dangerous for you in Myanmar.
Yes, sir.
Can some people who are Rohingya go to Myanmar and just like and just like not like practice Islam in secret, or will they just know they are Rohingya by the way they look?
See, it's not about look. This is about religions and the geopolitics and the long ancestors and all. But you know the Buddhists. It is like, you know, how can I explain? It's a deep thing, dude. You know, the Myanmar army. Thousands of, you know, Rohingya peoples, and then they migrate here. End of a day, bro, for me as a human, I say like, okay, gratitude should be the only way of attitude, because end of a day, the roof of your head, someone dream, you know.
We got all these kids surrounding us. They were born in the refugee camp and now they just live here as refugees. They're neither Bangladeshi or Burmese, but I hope they can get educated, and I hope there's a solution for them in the future, because they're all bright minds. They're all nice, good kids, you know? Look. Salam alaikum. Okay, fist bump. Yeah. Good kids. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I just hope there's a place for them in the future that might not be here. As much as it might be home for them, I don't know if it's the best solution, you know? I've been to a lot of rough areas in the world, but I've never seen something like this where they don't have much of an identity. They don't have much, like, I guess this is their home, but it's still not like their home as far as like a country goes on paper, you know? I've probably seen places where they live in rougher conditions, rougher homes, but I've never seen people whose identity, who live in such a rough situation because of simply their identity, bro. I almost owe everything I can do around the world to my passport. And then you have Bangladeshi people, it's hard for them to travel because of their passport. These people don't even have a nation. Like, literally on paper, they are a refugee. Where are we going now?
We're going to market, bro.
Oh yeah, let's go to the market. This is where they're giving out rations to the families. So, you'll actually get a ration of live chickens.
Yeah. All around the part, the rations comes and they give them smoothly.
And they're funded by the European Union, Japan, UK aid, US aid, probably not anymore, World Bank Group, Denmark, Liechtenstein, Korea, Switzerland, Norway, New Zealand, Canada, Australia.
Across the Cox's Bazar region, there are 33 camps, run and administrated by different entities from the region and Europe. And even, well, at least previously, US aid. These camps cost Bangladesh $934 million to operate. The cost gets offloaded to other international partners, but this year's joint response plan for the Rohingyas says they fear they won't be able to reach their funding budgets.
Yeah, you can just see people, they're like basically carrying big sacks above their head, like this guy. Assalamu alaikum, sir. Okay, just give me a little head nod. And they're just bringing them back to their homes. They just got here from the ration center from World Food Program. Hi, sir. But it's quite interesting. We go to the grocery store and we get chicken that's been already cut up. When they get food here, they get a live chicken that they go home and they slaughter it in the halal way, which is just cutting its neck and letting the blood drip out. What's up, bro? Wow, Brazil. Neymar. You are Neymar. You got the eyebrows like Neymar too. My Neymar dude. Good. Whoa. We're entering another camp now. Mahi, in total, how many camps are there in
33.
33 camps. And each camp might have like tens of thousands of people. Wow, it's barbed wired. Why the barbed wire?
Because you know, one camp to another camp, they're part of the people not going, but they try to be the separate. You know,
They try to separate each other.
yeah. Our organization sometimes separated. Market, dude. See the market is work.
Yeah. You get a refugee camp haircut. That guy's got dinero. Dinero! Oh, what are you gonna spend your dinero on? A fresh haircut? Heck yeah, buddy. Okay, enjoy your dinero. And salam, sir. Hey, you're barber. Barber. Yeah, okay. Okay, I won't disturb you too much. Okay, pawn station. Pan station. These guys got pawns. So even as a refugee, you can enjoy your vices. You know what I mean? Pawn in Bangladesh is the most common vice. You know, they don't drink here, and some of them smoke, but betel nut. If you see anyone in this video with really rotted out red teeth, which you will, they all been chewing betel nut. And I assume in a place like this where you grew up in such grim conditions, you know, they probably do it a lot here, you know, even kids, 16, 17 years old. Hello, bro. How are you? Good to meet you. Wait.
Hello, sir. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Canada. You have very good English. Canada. Yes. Oh, we've accumulated such a crowd of curious children. You can see here. Oh, hello, sir. All the houses have codes and IDs, you know, and you might use that ID to get your rations, you know. Every family is assigned a home that has a certain code, and then that code is basically your identity. As I said before, people don't have nationalities here. They literally have a code that gets them by. Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you and what is your name?
I am good and my name is Nolan. How are you and what is your name?
My name is Sadek and I am well.
Ah, good to know. Okay, where are you from?
I'm from Myanmar.
You're from
I'm
Myanmar?
a Rohingya refugee.
You were a Rohingya refugee. Were you born here?
No.
You were born in Myanmar?
Yeah.
Oh, when did you come here?
5 years ago.
You've been here 5 years?
Yeah.
And how old are you?
11 years.
You're 11 years?
Yeah.
So your family came here as refugees when you were 6 years old?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember life in Myanmar?
Yeah, of course.
And how was life in Myanmar?
It's our country, that's means that, so I'm a patriot.
You're a patriot?
Yeah. That's why I also teach that, so the genocide to us, that's why we have to march with them.
Yeah. You hope to go back to Myanmar one day. Inshallah, go home one day?
Inshallah.
Inshallah, sir. Thank you, sir. You have very good English. Hey, keep practicing your English. You know, as an 11-year-old, you have way better English than anyone else here, you know? And in my life, that might give you a lot of opportunities, okay? Good job, sir. I appreciate you. I respect you. Obviously, I don't want to just be hanging out and talking with kids this whole time, but it is nice to get the perspective of the youth about the situation here.
Let's go to see the cricket field. There's the land. So many people die here. Look at that graveyard.
It's a graveyard, yeah.
And like whole country, bro. Like 20 millions. And many European country like do like that.
I know many people see these videos and it kind of changes their perspective. Gratitude is the only way of attitude. And maybe that inspires them to want to help out, you know. You know, they live very privileged lives where you might have a lot more disposable income. And what better way of using your disposable income instead of buying something stupid like a Rolex, put it to good use. It would go so much more farther in a place like this than on your wrist. Let me just put it that way. Wow, this place is packed.
The one field, maybe 10 teams playing.
Oh my
See, can you imagine how many people playing? Like just not only one ball, more than 10 balls, 10 different fields. So it's overpopulated, but they're enjoying.
Oh my gosh, dude, this is crazy. I've never seen so many kids on one field. There's like 10 games going on at once, and they're just using their shoes as nets. Look at this. I'm getting a lot of attention. Yeah! All right, I have my army of Rohingya people. And we're gonna go take back Burma. Can I see? All right, everyone against me. I am Lionel Messi, okay? Wait. I need, no, okay. I need everyone's opinion, okay? We're gonna do Messi versus Ronaldo, okay? Okay, one second. I'm curious what the kids are a fan of. Okay, so wait. Shh. Okay, Messi. No. Okay, Ronaldo. Yeah. Okay, one more time, just to make sure. Messi. Ronaldo. Okay. It is clear here that the kids are Ronaldo fans, not Messi. What about Neymar? No. What about Mbappe? Ronaldo. God, dude. You know what? I'm not one much for football, but football unites the world, man. Even here in refugee camps, they are Ronaldo fans. That is the most famous man in the world. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my gosh, so many sweaty little hands. Okay, bye. Ah, look at Ringa Rasta. Good. Wow, oh my gosh. I need my personal space. One shot. You're gonna get hit. Move. What are you doing? Oh my gosh, stop. This is so much pressure. Look at all, you're gonna hit these kids. Guys, get out of the way, you're silly. Are you dumb? What are you doing? Oh, good save. Okay, right now I'm goalie. I'm playing goalie. Okay, you guys, get out of the way. We're gonna get out of the way, everyone. I'm gonna play goalie.
That was a hard kick.
Nailed that, dude. That was good. I gotta give him a props. That was dope. Was that you? Good job. Pop. Boom. Yeah, good job, bro. That was good. Good job. Okay, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, good to meet you guys. You just gotta tell them bye-bye and they'll leave. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. When you say goodbye, they understand bye-bye. So when you say bye-bye, they're like, okay, they're going. Time to go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Is he okay to speak? Does he? Just, you can tell him like we're just trying to interview elders here, uncles, and about basically their time. So.
Just came here the 10 years before genocide happening here. Yeah.
So when he was kicked out of his home, did he personally experience any violence or any of the genocide?
He not seen because he came before the big massacres.
Yeah. And so how is his life here?
He said here his life is in between good or harsh.
Yeah.
Living here.
But at least it's safe. Safer.
Yeah.
Does he think there's gonna be one day where he's able to go home?
He said that God knows best. He said I'm waiting for death,
Okay, what is his name?
Abdul
Rahim. Okay, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Assalamu alaikum, sir. There's a lot of different perspectives. There's people who have came here 10 years ago and they came here just out of fear. There's people here who came here because they were completely displaced by violence and they saw friends and family get by the regime. There's some people who were born here, but regardless, everyone's here because of the same reason, but some of them come here or are born here in many different realities. He didn't really seem like he had too much hope for the future.
Yeah, because he said I'm close to the death,
He kind of just accepted his fate.
A few days ago, someone died here,
And you know what? The first time I discovered this place was my first time here in Bangladesh. I'm on Cox's Bazar, the world's longest beach. It's where all the Bengali people come here on vacation. But behind Cox's Bazar, there is this dark reality of this refugee camp. The only reason I found it is because I was scrolling on satellite imagery and I saw this big gray blob in the middle of the region, but nothing was labeled. It wasn't labeled as a city or anything. As I got closer, I saw more things that said it was aid. And then I came to the conclusion, this is a massive refugee camp. This is the largest city in the world that isn't actually a city, which is crazy. I live in the capital of Canada that is 1 million people, and this is double the capital of Canada. I live in a municipality where there's waste management, there's sewage, there's social services, and yet this people has double that, and there's none of that. There's just aid that will give them shelter, food, and medicine rations. Besides that, a lot of stuff goes unnoticed, you know? Little regulation. It's very beautiful. These like marshland looking places with the trees and stuff. It's a very beautiful area.
Before Rohingya people coming, it's really amazing mountain surrounded by less green meadows and the big trees, pine, and all everything we have. So we are also in Bangladesh. We are logically losing our environment, really effectively harming, you know, for this refugee. So end of the day, but we love it.
Sometimes it's justifiable. I understand that things like this have a big ecological footprint, but at the same time it's for the sake of humanity. But things that aren't really justifiable is like celebrities taking their private jets like literally to the next city over. So you know, you got to pick and choose with these things, and this is a greater good rather than a greater lesser evil. I don't know, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Where do you live?
Canada.
Canada?
Yeah, Canada.
Okay.
700,000 Rohingya arriving all at once has a big impact. Since the Rohingya arrived in Cox's Bazar, Bangladesh has lost nearly 5,000 hectares of forest. Entire hillsides stripped bare. Elephant migration routes got wrecked, landslides are way more common, and the waters become harder to manage. The camp pumps out about 100,000 tons of waste monthly, and yeah, you can tell just being here, the garbage situation isn't great. Local Bangladeshis have had a tough time too. Suddenly there's pressure on jobs, markets, and even farmland. Some people feel like they've been pushed aside while the world focuses on these camps. So you've got real tension building, not just over resources, but over who's being hurt. And with all this going down in a very fragile ecosystem, the stakes couldn't be higher.
I know other countries where Buddhists and Muslims live in harmony, like Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand. There's a lot of harmony between those two.
Here's the main propaganda. It happened like for the sake of this ethnic cleansing happen, like Facebook. It is the big role play for these things, you know.
So they were running ads on Facebook about propaganda against the Rohingya people.
Rohingya people, and then certain amount of people take this advantage and then make them a clash, and the harmony was lost, and then everyone has to come.
Wow. So it's not only a regime against them, it's like whenever they gather the populace to be against them, then it's just like they have no one on their side. It's so easy for people to just go in and take their land because it's justifiable. Whenever the public gets against you, then it's just like they don't care when the regime comes in and takes everything from you. And this was happening on Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg was letting those happen, that people were posting propaganda against these Rohingya people.
At the end of the day, there are a lot of good people there living, you know, so soft-hearted, open-minded, kind. So end of the day,
Also, are you going?
Yes, we're going. Good to meet you, bro.
Oh, he was want to be teacher.
Good, that's good. He's an intelligent man, so
Yeah.
I would love to see him as a teacher. My mother was a teacher, so I have a lot of respect for teachers. So I hope you can educate the youth one day.
We want to go to Canada.
You want to go to Canada? Inshallah one day, sir.
Yeah.
I hope you can get refuge in
That I
Canada.
wish.
I wish you can come to Canada one day,
amazing.
inshallah. Thank you, sir. You, sir, you have just changed many lives, inshallah. I don't know if this video can have impact in any ways, but at the same time, it's just good exposure to let the people know what's going on in this part of the world, you know? Jacob's gonna fly his drone, and you can see what this place looks overhead. This is basically what I saw from satellite imagery that really intrigued me. This big gray blob right in the middle of Cox's Bazar region, right by the border of Myanmar, and nothing was labeled. It's just like, oh, this is a crazy big city, but I don't know what it's called. And then I zoomed in, and sure enough, this is what I was looking at from above. Just wow, it's just a sea of shack roofing. Like no city in the world looks like that. It's just crammed in, just these, I don't know, are they steel shack roofing, tin roofing? And it's a sea of that for miles, housing basically 2 million people who escaped a life of persecution or were born here without any citizenship. Are we going anywhere else after this, or are we done for the day?
Today, bro, hope so, cause my driver also said it is going to dark. We have to go safely exit from this land,
Yeah.
or go back.
He was a little concerned coming here.
He was said like he was a dark time because so many violence start slowly happening because our government will be changed. So it is the smallest some gang is a crime.
So Jacob wants to fly his drone, but here there's a little too much attention, so we're gonna go somewhere a little more private where he can whip his drone out and he can fly it. This kid wants to say one thing to me.
Oh yeah.
Okay, what do you want to say?
I have a lot of boys for you because I have no higher education. We are refugee camp. We have not a lot of education. Just middle school, class 8 or 7.
What age does education stop in a refugee camp?
Yeah, class 8.
School, it's the 8th grade, so like around 13 years old.
Yes.
So you can study up to 13 years old.
They have not good education.
Not a good education. What
Yes.
kind of subjects do you want to study?
Bio.
Bio?
Yes.
Biology?
Yes.
You're interested in biology?
Yes.
What is your dream job?
My dream job is doctor.
A doctor?
Yes.
Ah, I respect that a lot. So you want to tell the people you would like the aid to invest in better education systems here in the Rohingya refugee camp.
Yes.
I'd like to see that too, inshallah. I hope you keep getting educated, sir.
Yes.
And what is your name?
Muhammad Anas.
Muhammad Anas.
Yes.
And how long, were you born here or did you come here?
I'm born here.
You were born here.
Yeah.
So you've been here all your life. So inshallah, better education in Rohingya refugee camp. Okay. You're an intelligent man. I appreciate you talking with me, and you have good English.
Yes.
Okay, I hope you keep getting educated and one day you can become a doctor and help people.
Yes. Thank you so much for you.
Thank you, Mohammed. Okay, take care. That's really brave. This kid, he sees me making a video here and he stopped with limited English. He had the courage to stop me and he says, I have a few words for you. And he wanted to talk about education. Where I'm from, education for kids is just like something they have to do. Like they're obligated to do. Kids don't want to get educated. They just want to go and smoke cigarettes down by the creek. But here, kids actually understand the importance of education. And this kid was so passionate, 13 years old, about his education. And he wanted to stop and talk to me about it. So I appreciate that. Yeah, I really respect that kid for just coming up to me and talking to me.
Even though the locals claim there is appropriate education for the children, this guy here says it's only until a 14-year-old level. Even our Irish friend from earlier said that he'd never been to school until he reached Europe. My heart really goes out to the children stuck here in these camps. Up to 1 million people here could use an education, or at least a better one. Some of these kids today have taught themselves near fluent English on their own with little to nothing. I think the most impactful thing I can do to wrap this video up is to draw your attention to the few links that are in my description. One is for the UNHCRS's official aid service, and one is for the Bangladesh government's. If you don't have anything to give, sharing this video helps, as 2 million people here have little to no exposure on the world stage.
I don't know what to say. It's a very overwhelming place, as I said. Through these videos, I've seen a decent amount of poverty, but nothing like this, where it's like, not only don't have much, they don't have literally a country or citizenship. And then sometimes that's really important to have the support of a nation, and the nation that they're from don't support them. They persecute them. They are performing a genocide. It's just awful to see, and the only home they have is here in Bangladesh on the border of Myanmar, and they don't know their future. They don't know if they could find refuge in another country. They don't know if they'll ever be able to go back to Myanmar. They don't know if this is their home for the rest of their life. Hopefully I was able to shed light to this issue that no one knows about. And I'm glad if you took the time to watch this and maybe got humbled a little bit yourself, and it made you reflect on your own life. So I appreciate you sticking around for this one. All right, thanks all.